Welcome back to the Out of the Groove Downhill Diecast Championship. Coming to you live from Groove City Circuit, where 8 drivers will be whittled down to our Championship Four. First, let's look at the Western Conference bracket. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Kurt and Kyle Busch remain, but only 2 will exit today, still in contention. Over in the Eastern Conference, Chase Elliott will match up against Ross Chastain, and Brad Keselowski will face off against his former teammate, Ryan Blaney. Kyle Larson swept his first round matchup. He'll now go toe-to-toe against the closer, Kevin Harvick, who bested Christopher Bell in 4 races. 2 drivers from California going head-to-head here in the Western Conference semis. Kevin Harvick gets a great launch and will cruise to the Race 1 victory despite being in the non-preferred lane. Great speed out of that subway machine. What does Kyle Larson have for him? Larson will look to even the series, although now Harvick is in the control lane and he gets a great jump using that inside lane to perfection. Kevin Harvick takes a commanding 2-0 series lead. Kyle Larson looked dominant in his first round matchup, but now he's facing elimination. Can Kevin Harvick seal the deal? Green flag is out for race 3. Larson trying to battle in that inside lane, but it's not enough. Kevin Harvick with the 3-0 series sweep. He knocks off the top-seeded Kyle Larson in dominant fashion. Vintage Kevin Harvick here in the Western Conference semifinal round. He'll move on to the Western Finals, where he'll face the winner of Kurt versus Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch won his first round matchup against Daniel Suarez. Meanwhile, Kurt Busch bested Alex Bowman in an epic 5-race bout. Brothers off the track, Toyota teammates on the track, but today they're bitter rivals. Kurt Busch trying to use that inside lane. He inches ahead and gets pushed across the finish line. Kurt Busch wins race number 1. Kyle Busch looking for an opening, but Kurt didn't leave him one. 1-0 series lead for the 45. Kyle Busch will look to even the series. Now he's in that preferred right-hand lane, but Kurt gets a tremendous jump. Kyle Busch with a great pass on the inside, though, is going to come from behind to win race number 2. Textbook use of that preferred inside lane. Look at the ground Kyle Busch makes up. Wow. A pivotal race 3 is on deck. Kurt Busch on the inside, Kyle Busch on the outside. Kurt is pulling away slowly but surely. Kurt Busch wins race 3. So far, that inside lane has won every race this series, but they haven't been blowouts. Can Kurt Busch eliminate his brother in race 4? Green flag is out. Kyle gets a good jump, pulling away down the home stretch. Kyle Busch once again forces a race 5 for the 2nd series in a row. He did this in the first round and managed to move on. Can Kyle Busch make it 2 straight race 5 victories to get to the Western Conference Finals? Kurt versus Kyle Busch. For all the marbles, green flag is out. Kurt Busch side by side as they head down the drop. Now Kyle slides, contact in the final corner, but it's Kyle Busch who does it again. Kyle Busch in the clutch once more, fends off his older brother Kurt. What a battle between these 2 Toyotas side by side through the final turn. Kyle with the squeeze there on corner exit gets the job done. Kyle Busch will advance to the Western Conference Finals, where he'll face off against Kevin Harvick. You'll see that battle next week, but for now, let's turn things over to the Eastern Conference, where our final 4 will be whittled down to 2. We'll begin with Brad Keselowski versus Ryan Blaney. That 6 car was one of the big surprises of that first round, sweeping his former teammate Joey Logano in 3 races. Now he'll have to do battle with another Penske foe, Ryan Blaney. Race 1, Brad Keselowski on the inside, but Blaney trying to inch ahead. They're side by side. Now Brad pulls away. Brad Keselowski still undefeated in this tournament. He wins race 1. Can Ryan Blaney make an adjustment? Now he's in that preferred line, side by side out the gate. Now Blaney inching ahead, Keselowski rallying, but it's too little too late. Ryan Blaney hangs on to even the series at 1 apiece. Look at the slide out of Keselowski heading into that final corner. Wow. Both drivers, both cars on the very edge of control. Race 3, side by side once again. Keselowski pulling away. There's that round 1 speed once more. Brad Keselowski takes a 2-1 series victory. You'd think we were at a super speedway with the amount of speed this RFK Ford is showing in this tournament. Can Brad Keselowski send Ryan Blaney home? Green flag is out in race 4. Keselowski pulling ahead. Now Blaney side by side through the final corner. It's Keselowski in the home stretch, nosing out in front. Brad Keselowski will head to the Eastern Conference Finals as he bests Ryan Blaney in 4 races. What a move by Bad Brad. So far, it's been all veteran drivers between Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, and now Brad Keselowski advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Our final matchup of the day, though, is between 2 young guns. Chase Elliott was able to advance out of the first round in 5 exciting races. He'll face off against Ross Chastain, the most entertaining thing on 4 wheels. All eyes on this matchup. Green flag is out. Chase Elliott inching ahead, but Ross Chastain's tracking him down. Contact! Chase Elliott holds on for the race 1 victory. Look at how high Ross Chastain gets. This track can barely contain that one car. He's got so much speed. But can Ross Chastain channel that raw speed into victories? Green flag is out in race 2, and there goes the watermelon man. Ross Chastain convincingly takes race number 2. I feel like as long as Chastain has that preferred inside lane, he will be tough to beat. Unfortunately for him, Chase Elliott, the higher seed, is back in the inside for race 3, and he uses it to take the lead. Chastain once again battles back but can't make the pass. Chase Elliott taking full advantage of that inside lane to hold off a hard-charging Chastain. Elliott may have a 2-1 series lead, but it's going to be tough to beat Chastain from the outside lane. Green flag is out, and sure enough, Ross is pulling away. Ross Chastain, with that inside line, looks nearly unbeatable. Lucky for Chase, he'll have that advantage in race 5. Our final matchup of the day goes right down to the wire. Chase Elliott on the inside, Chastain pulling ahead on the outside. Now they're side by side. It's Ross Chastain around the final corner who pulls ahead and wins race 5 to head to the Eastern Conference Finals. What an effort, what a challenge. Chastain had to get it done despite not being in the preferred lane in that final race. He'll join Brad Keselowski as the final 2 competitors out of the Eastern Conference. Our Championship 4 has officially been set. From the West, Kyle Busch versus Kevin Harvick, and out East, Ross Chastain versus Brad Keselowski. You'll see that matchup in our next episode. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Out of the Groove Downhill Diecast Championship. We'll see you next time.